Hello, everybody, and Brilliant Healer episode 9 just dropped, and it was so much better than the last anime I just watched, which was T-Bait has been a little lacking lately. So anything compared to that is good, and I am glad to get that cleanse out of my system. We started off with a little bit of a orientation of what we actually know as our main group of characters, and it's that she didn't know, Carmilla did not know the undead were attracted to stronger undead. I guess she's been a stronger undead for a while. She's never felt the pull to go towards stronger undead. She's been one of the strongest for probably as long as she's known or could remember. So she's still a little awkward about talking about her life. So we don't know everything, of course, but we can assume she actually didn't know. I think it's pretty safe to assume. Of course, we have to go in and we started talking about how noble power works versus actual ability and rank. And it turns out Goldrun is way more powerful than our boy here when it comes to political power. So this guy, he's just kind of around. You know, he has a higher rank, but Goldran has more political connections. So the nobles are more powerful than the healers right now, even though what we know of the world right now is that this country is ran by healers. It seems like the nobles have kind of a stranglehold on the healing faction, so it's not quite as simple as we were led to believe. We also get Goldrin talking about this in his interview with Zeno. I almost forgot he had a alias Zeno and not Zenos. We can see that he's talking about it here, and he essentially invites Zeno onto the crew. And of course, I want to call this guy Kasen. It's something like that. But orange hair boy, failure boy, not very good at anything guy is all like, "Oh, finally someone's below me." And Zeno is all like, "Wait a minute. Were you at the end of the line until this point? Were you like the last guy? Were you not special at all this whole time?" And he's all like, "Don't call me out like that." And we also get an appearance of Goldrin's power, which I think coincides with his possible kidnapping, abducting of his favorites really well. Right here, he's taking the life force out of these students and giving it to the injured man. That seems to just be like priority numero uno, is just taking someone as a slave and then making them your life force generator so you can become immortal. That's immediately where my mind goes when it comes to this power, where you give someone else's life force to someone else to heal them. But, you know, what do I know? Pretty much nothing. Then we kind of go in here and we expand on exactly what Zeno's mission is here, and it's to become one of the favorites. So Zeno thought he was done. I don't know why Zenos thought he was done. You're not done, Zenos. You're not even close. He has to become one of Goldrin's favorites, not just to get information on Goldrin. Obviously, he could have gotten this information if he was just talking to people anyway. But now that he's in the circle, I guess this information is more trustworthy, I would think. Or maybe he wasn't able to get it before. Who knows? But we also get this weird metaphor of lives, and our guy here drops a couple of things and says, "Which one do you pick up first? Are all lives worth the same amount?" And it's all like, this keeps coming up, it seems, and Zenos' answer is almost assuredly yes, that all lives are worth the same amount. But maybe that's just my experience with main characters talking. Maybe Zenos doesn't think that. He does. Pretty sure he does. Almost positive he does from his character that I've seen so far, but I'm not sure why he wouldn't think that. So I think he does think that, and he's probably not even putting that much thought into it. Like, everybody he meets can't do half the ability of healing he can. Like, they literally just healed a sprain with 3 people just standing there. Like, he doesn't need 3 people to heal a sprain. He can literally regenerate limbs by himself with no issue. So he's not questioning a whole lot. It doesn't seem like to me, because he was all like, "Oh yeah." Later in this episode, something happens, and he's all like, "Isn't this what heal does? Like normally?" But we get this cute, cute sequence where the girls are all breaking into the house, and Linga's all like, "I'm gonna sniff his pillows," and then everyone basically shows up. Zofia and the orc girl. I forgot her name. Oh well, tell me in the comments. What was her name? Totally forgot. I'll look it up by the time you comment, but you should tell everyone else what her name was, because I forgot. So they're all here, and they all end up cleaning, because that's what they were definitely all here for. Just cleaning, not sniffing sheets. Just cleaning. So they all end up cleaning and make the house nice. Then we go back to the college or the hospital, whatever this is. It's a place. And we basically meet this guy, and he seems to be a secretary that is Goldrin's old childhood friend or something alike. And he's a drunk. He doesn't actually do anything worthwhile. He's just a drunk who happens to be Goldrin's secretary. So while these two are walking this dog that Goldrin has and cares for a lot, this guy ends up throwing a bottle, breaking it near the dog, and the dog runs off into the street and gets hit by a carriage. And that's when Zeno literally pulls out the heal spell. Real simple spell. No incantation, no nothing. And literally the fur on the dog is cleaned off and the bones are put back in place. And he just picks up the dog and is all like, "Okay, time to go ahead and give this dog a nap, because she just said heal casted on her. She probably wants a nap." That's how that goes. Wow. Like, nobody is gonna tell Zenos like, "Hey, that was actually amazing. You just healed broken ribs on a dog with your bare hand. Like, that's what you did." Wow. No reaction. Then we get to come here, and she wants to go for a walk. I don't remember her name either. Man, I need to remember stuff. I'm forgetting. But blue-haired chick, which is really sweet, essentially wants to go out and apologize on this walk. She apologizes for basically not being good enough to get Goldrand's attention, which is why they needed Xenos in the first place. And without Xenos, if she was capable, they could have done exactly what they've already been doing, and Xenos could have kept doing what he was doing out in the slums where he wants to be. But Xenos is all like, "Actually, no, I'm getting paid for what I'm doing, and I like the idea of being able to come into the hospital. I'm obviously not good enough to go into the hospital ever on my own, so it's all your fault and your great acceptance of me that has led me to be able to join in this situation. So thank you, actually." He's so dumb. He's not questioning anything. It's like, yes, you would be capable of coming in here, literally show off anything you could do, and they would literally make you a professor. But whatever. And at the end of the episode, Crass Guy is down here begging for help. And we get a hint that it may be about a noble woman, but we're not sure because, well, he doesn't explain. And the episode ends with him begging, saying that he's in big trouble. And honestly, I thought Blue-Haired Girl was going to go for Crass here, but he's kind of pathetic, so I hope she doesn't. Like, at some point, you gotta draw a line, like, nah, this guy's just pathetic. He's at the bottom of the totem pole of Goldrand. Sure, she wasn't even cool enough to get noticed by Goldrand. He was, but he's an errand boy, you know? Like, Goldrin doesn't need two errand boys. She doesn't fit that mold. This guy is so much of a pushover that he will take being an errand boy and die on that hill thinking it's a good thing. I think she's above his level, personally, but who knows? Anyway, what did you guys think of the episode? Go ahead and leave your thoughts in the comments. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you want more of this content, and hit the notification bell so you will be notified of the next episode. And until next episode, I said episode a lot there. Have a blessed day. And while you're here, go ahead and check out this video to see what you might have missed. And while you're here, go ahead and check out this video to see what you might have missed.